to you live from the mountains of smoke. Firekeeper recovery bringing you hope. If you're living in darkness, look for the light, cause the fire is burning to helping you fight. It's the firekeepers, the firekeepers, 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 firekeepers. Recovery, bumpin' BG, talk recovery. Firekeepers, firekeepers. Welcome to Firekeeper Recovery. I'm Brant.
Bumper Smith.
And thank you for joining us today. And we just like to do a quick check-in before we get started on our topic. Man, this past week has been pretty good for me. Routine's been good. We've been having good conversations on the podcast. Been getting good feedback. Getting people reaching out. So it's all just like adding up to be a good week.
Makes it feel like your efforts are worthwhile.
Yeah,
you know?
We ain't just talking to the air. Nobody's watching. At least people's watching.
Yeah.
And it's just carried on into everything else that I've been doing. Just working towards my future. And I didn't get the jobs I had applied for, but that didn't get me down. So now I'm reevaluating. Now I'm picking different jobs to apply for. So yeah, just keep rolling forward.
Yeah, it's a numbers game.
Yeah.
My week was pretty good. I mean, every week is always good. You know, with a gratitude list, you know, right off the rip, there's so many things to be grateful for. My recovery, my health, my family, my job, my home, my car, my bills are paid. You know, I'm eating good, obviously. You know, if I want to go out and just do something spontaneously, like run to Walmart and just buy stuff I either need or don't need, I can do that, you know?
Heck yeah.
You know, because I have it. I mean, every day. And it's that foundational routine. And I found that the longer that I've spent in recovery, the less, well, it doesn't have to be as stringent and strict as it had to be in the beginning. You know, as I've went along in my recovery, you know, I can, as long as the basics are there, you know, then I can kind of somewhat deviate from it a little bit here and there, and be okay. But you know, like you've mentioned in past episodes, when things start feeling like they're like the toes, you know, not there, then I have to get back to those basics and rely on those things. And you know, talk to somebody, get some therapy, reach out to somebody in my social support network. But yeah, all in all, great week.
Heck yeah. Yes, it's been, as our energy's been putting out there in positive ways, I think both of our lives have been impacted positively.
Yeah.
And it's just good to keep giving it back, because that's what we're trying to do, is anyway, share our energy with everybody out there.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, our energy and a little bit of our knowledge. We don't know everything. Hell, we barely even know anything.
Right.
We just know what got us here.
Right.
And so we just want to share it with you.
That's it.
Yeah, and so on that, well, with that being said, let's get into our topic, which is dealing with certain people you may run into in your recovery and just in life now at a new stage that you may have dealt with in your past addiction, or maybe not, just in past life. Maybe somebody that you hold childhood resentment from, even, that you hadn't dealt with. How you deal with that now, being an adult, clean, sober, whatever the term is. Just how we handle that now.
Right.
And me personally, I'm still a work in progress, but for the most part, I am able to compartmentalize and know that if I see them at Analyski or somewhere where I'm doing recovery stuff, is, well, they're there, at least they're trying. They're trying to change too. And maybe they're not all the way there. I can give them the benefit of the doubt on first impression. And then I give them the rope to figuratively hang themselves. I gave you a chance, now you have to do something with it.
Right.
And it's on them, because I'm not the same person, and I hope they're not. So that's part one, or partly how I deal with people like that.
Yeah.
How about yourself?
For me, let's see. It's kind of it can be tricky sometimes. There's like a dual nature to how I have to move in the world, and it's because of the type of work that I do, the job that I have. I have to anything personal that I may or may not have against somebody, I strongly dislike. If I can't support them to the best of my abilities, then it's likely best if I'm just not not around, or not to support that person, because wouldn't be good for either one of us, So if I can't be the best peer support that I can for someone, I probably just shouldn't work with them, But maybe try to guide them to someone else, turn them on to somebody else who may be able to work with them and give them the support that they need. In my personal life, if it's somebody that I don't like, that I don't care for, I can't say I really hate anybody.
Yeah.
But there's just different levels of kind of just don't care for them to like, I really strongly dislike this person. I'll just avoid them,
Yeah.
And it's only because I don't want to be a negative force in the community, not towards a group or towards an individual. I just have to, keep my own self in check, manage my own thoughts and emotions, and just be by myself, be myself, and not actively engage in any interactions with somebody like that,
Yeah.
And especially if someone approaches me, it's I'm not gonna be an asshole, but I'm not gonna be a pal either.
Yeah.
I think that's okay, as long as I'm not overly trying to be negative or start shit.
I think it's a good point too, avoidance of those negative energies too, because I think we're probably empathetic a lot more now that we're healed ourselves a little bit. So we can take on that energy too. So if they're coming hostile or angry, it can change our whole mood, maybe even affect us if we don't watch it.
Yeah.
And that's why I like the avoidance method too, and like personal things when you can, if you're not there for a job or whatever.
Absolutely. Also, knowing some techniques on how to de-escalate, situations or encounters. Like if somebody's, if somebody don't like me, which I'm pretty sure those people exist, and they want to point something out to me, I can only control how I respond.
Yeah.
And how I respond, I have a choice. I can respond in such a way that de-escalates a situation or attempts to, instead of, giving into, this projection at me, and just back and forth, with that, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. It solves nothing.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, you walk away like, something else or someone else like rent-free in your mind, and you're just aggravated or stressed over nonsense.
Yeah, but an exercise I found online how to deal with some of this stuff was figuring out why is that person a problem, or why do I have a personal problem with that person? So why is it affecting me like that? And that's like work through. Well, why is it affecting you so? Because they don't have to know all this stuff.
Right.
They don't even know you hate them, maybe. But maybe they do. It's a mutual thing. So it's just knowing why, too. That way you're able to correct it, too, if it's a thing you can correct, and maybe it's not. You can't make amends with everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You can only do what you can do.
Yeah, because some people don't change.
Yeah. And if it's something that you can easily identify or readily point out, okay, well, this is why, well, then it's easier to work on that or try to do something about it. But if, you have to really sit and think, like, I can't put my finger on it, why I don't like this person, well, maybe that's an opportunity for some self-reflection.
Yeah.
And really figuring out what it is that it's making you feel this way, you know, about a particular individual.
Yeah. Yeah, like, for example, myself, I was having, I wouldn't say I disliked them, but I didn't, like, trust them or whatever. Or maybe they were getting things or reaching certain goals or whatever, so I was projecting jealousy. And I was talking stuff or whatever. Man, we should look at this guy. You wait for him to fall.
Yeah.
'Cause they always fall. But then as they kept going, you're like, man, maybe instead of trying to pull them back, maybe I should now try to climb on their back and go with them. You know?
Yeah.
So it was all like, all right. So I figured out why I was projecting on them.
That's good, man.
Yeah, it's all like, I'm hating them because I'm not doing the work. So yeah, so that was a good feeling because yeah, it turned out to be a friend too that you were just hating on because yeah, they were just doing better than you at that moment.
That's pretty deep.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to figure out for myself, I was like, why am I hating on this guy?
Right.
He's doing it. And maybe he talks sometimes. But I like to talk sometimes. I like to share my story too. So yeah, I'm projecting on him. Because he probably me a little bit, but he's just doing it a different way and he got there faster. So I'm all right. Yeah, it was a good feeling tonight. Now instead of all that, now I'm able to embrace him again.
Right, figure stuff out.
Yeah.
And two, it's something that I've done in the past. It's be like, yeah, well, fuck you think he is, you know? I remember when he or she used to do such and such and such, you know?
Yeah.
They think I forgot. Like, what's it matter if you still remember old shit, you know? It doesn't do anybody any good, and it's just petty to, like, want to bring up someone's past, you know? Especially if they're doing well, and they've moved on, and they're being successful.
Yeah.
So it all just comes across as, like, kind of catty and weak.
Tom Petty. Yeah. Well, man, I think you got anything else on that one?
No, not really.
Yeah, I think we got a little good discussion. Hopefully that helps y'all out a little bit. And yeah, if you ain't got nothing else, then I'm Brant.
Bumper Smith.
And this is Firekeeper Recovery. Remember, we'll leave the light on for you. Eastern Bay, Cherokee, Firekeeper Recovery. We the firekeepers, the firekeepers, the firekeepers, the firekeepers. Yeah. Coming to you live from the mountains of smoke. Firekeeper Recovery, bringing you hope. If you're living in darkness, look for the light. Cause our fire is burning and they're helping you fight. It's the firekeepers, the firekeepers, 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 firekeepers. Recovery, bumping BG, talk recovery.